how I'm supposed to. Welcome to the PHALOS Mode Show. I am PHALOS Mode. And we're going to talk about it, man. Like, the shit just be on my head, so I got to talk about it, man. You know, now I'm old enough, and the fact that they gave us this platform to be able to talk about some of these things that we talk about in private, but we can also talk about in public and get your take on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I love the NBA and I love basketball more than anybody else, just like everybody else. You know, the Dominique Wilkins, you know what I'm saying, the Ewings, man, the list goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. Dunk competitions, the All-Star game, and all that. I just never could figure out, okay, me on the team or whatever, and I shoot a jump shot or I do some outrageous shit, you know what I'm saying? I do an alley-oop or a layup. I don't need you to touch me on my ass after I complete a basket. You dig what I'm talking about? Like, I never really felt it. I never really felt it. I never knew who created this, who started this good game, and you slapping people on the ass. It's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? And so people like Dennis Rodman, you know what I mean? Dennis Rodman, you know, what type of big nigga that you know that's sitting on a motorcycle naked with some basketballs? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I never understood it. But at least Dennis Rodman used that shit against the rest of the players. Dennis Rodman was one of the best rebounders, one of the best players defensively on a team. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of when he started doing that weird shit that it was throwing the other players off their game. You know what I mean? You down in the post, you know how I go in the post. Don't forget, he got his back up against you, and the first thing they thinking about is naked on some basketballs, on a motorcycle. You feel what I'm saying? So they did, like, people like Karl Malone didn't want to play against him. He was totally throwing them out their game. You know what I mean? But I never understood, like, you know, why they slapping people on the ass. You know what I mean? And then another thing is it's the fact of, you know, Magic Johnson. No shade to Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, but it was looking zestfully clean. It was like, what was they getting out of that? They was every game they would meet up. Players get on the game right before the jump ball. They jump ball and they'll come out and kiss each other. I was like, everybody's looking like, all right, okay, like, all right, but I don't know, maybe it was them things, it was they things, maybe they felt like they were so secure in their manhood that they could do some shit like that. But it just didn't rub me the right way. Like, two phenomenal players. Magic Johnson, one of the phenomenal players, but then it make you think about, like, okay, they was doing this weird shit, and then he have his son. We ain't want to talk about him, but I'm just saying, like, I never understood that. You know what I mean? And they had the stories about Magic Johnson that, you know, during halftime, all the players going to the locker room, they say Magic was fucking. That's what they said. They said Magic was out there having sex during during halftime. That's what they said. What it do? What it do to you? So I'm just like, you know, I don't know. And then it was like, even when we was in high school, me and my homies, we wasn't on that. Niggas play basketball, we up there hooping or whatever. We ain't slapping nobody on the ass. Niggas looking like, I don't know. I never understood that. No, I didn't see the Georgia game. What happened? What Georgia game? The Bulldogs or Georgia Tech? What is it? Oh, we lost. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of people losing. Right, like the people that lost their life out there in New Orleans. I just seen the footage of dude. People was barely moving out the way. I'm talking about he going like 100 miles an hour. That's why he killed a bunch of people. Shit was terrible. The Bulldogs, okay. I used to live in Atlanta for many, many years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like, I'm on both sides of it. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Bulldogs out there. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man, that shit is zestfully clean. That You know what I mean? I never understood all that. You know, you slapping people on the ass, and you know, when I used to play sports in 23-10, damn. When I used to play sports, you know, I would go home after the game and take a shower. I'm not about to be at the school and niggas walking around naked and shit like that. And I'm just like, nah. Ain't none of that going on. You know what I mean? I would go home. But yeah, I always wanted to know that. Like, what was up with Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson with all that kissing and all that type of things? I don't know what's going on. Notre Dame this is supposed to be. Oh yeah, because of the game. Yeah, Sugar Bowl, right? All right, people are like, yeah, I mean, this dude that messed up all the money. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga out there running people over. It's all good. We'll get him. We'll get him next year. This is too much. There's too many things going on. You know what I mean? People running people over and all that shit. So, you know, everybody. I'm sure their mind wasn't on the game solely. You know. Right. Lucky. They lucky. Only 10 people, 15 people died. Because if you see some of that footage, he was on the sidewalk going 100 miles an hour. And this one lady, he barely missed her. Like, I can't stand the stomach to see some shit like that. It's crazy. That's it. But like I said, the only time that these bastards come and they try to hit the U.S., these terrorists, is when they look on the TV and they see that we are not together. It's a facade. It's a mirage. We are not together. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way that America is going to be great. That's what they say, make America great again. Yeah, the only way it's going to be great is when everybody on the spectrum gets theirs. How people from America and y'all treating Americans like second-class citizens. And so these ISIS people, they see that shit. And they like, it's time to hit them now, my friend. It's time to come out with our very first record called We Like the Cars that go boom. You know, that's what they be on. And Trump, they want to blow Trump's the top of Trump's hair off. That's what they trying to do. But the fact of we got to start the loving and stop the hating, and then everything will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? You can't treat black people how they treat black people. They see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Right. What they trying to do is like, you know, if you sitting there like, okay, it's a brand new year, you start reflecting on the year and what you got to do in your life and what you're trying to accomplish and all that. They trying to throw people's mind off that. They like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like because they didn't piss America, they pissed a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, going to help the people that they fighting against, and America goes and help them, you know what I'm saying, and give $100 million, you know what I mean, and it's people sleeping on the ground, you know what I mean. They try to. Did you ever know how much the Black Lives Matter made? Black Lives Matter, first of all, is not owned by black people. Black Lives Matter is owned by white people, and they made $10 million off of Black Lives Matter. And the dude turned around and gave all the money to the police. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All these racist white people thought, Black lives matter, all lives matter. That's what we trying to say. Black lives matter too. All lives matter, but Black lives matter because y'all trying to act like it doesn't. That's what they mean by that. White people, when they hear black people say that, they make it seem like their lives, like black lives just matter and nobody else's lives matter. Of course, everybody's lives matter. What would the world be without everybody? What would the world be with just one dimensional of one race? Like, that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. It's not going to be right until everybody get their piece. I'm just saying, when they had this design, they're talking about America, when they had this design, they did not have black people in mind. So when they see black people riding around and shit and got $1 billion or riding around and eating and doing what they want to do, and they don't got it, they're going to feel some type of way somewhat. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Have you wondered why you don't see the KKK no more? Have you wondered why you don't see them with the big sheets and shit no more? You know why you don't see them no more? Because they didn't trade it. They didn't trade it, them white sheets for police, law enforcement uniforms. That's why. That's why you don't see them no more. They got more designed with their shit. It was bringing too much heat to them. You know what I'm saying? I think that we should get rid of all of it, all racism, all that shit. Let's just get rid of it. You know what I mean? And it starts from the ground up. All people got to do is just, if it was you, would you be doing the same? Would you want this done to you? No, you wouldn't. Treat people like they're supposed to be treated with respect until they show that they don't deserve respect. Treat everybody with respect. Hallelujah and amen to that, brothers. All right, 1800. I see you. I see you. Hopefully we'll get this shit together and we'll still be on the earth. You know what I mean? To be able to see this change, this miraculous change that we definitely need to see. You know what I'm saying? Being human. Forget what race. It ain't no race. The human race. That's all it is to it. Y'all hit that subscribe. Y'all hit that share. And y'all leave that comment. You dig? And get it popping for PHALOS Mode. I'm almost there for my monetization. All right? One love.